What is up guys, Dzeeff here, and today we have a very short video. It's just going to be a quick mail day openings from some cards that I bought on TCG Player. Now, I'm not necessarily going to say that I'm going to play every single one of these cards, but as you know, when you buy cards, you have to wait a few weeks, so I want to make sure I have these just in case I do decide to play them. We're not going to do a huge discussion, just kind of go over them real quick though, and kind of talk about why I bought them and maybe why I could play them or why I won't play them. The first card here that we bought a playset of is the Huge Revolution is Over, a card that I talked about in my anti-Lightning Storm video. You know, this is one of the counters to Lightning Storm, and it says, when a spell/trap card or monster effect is activated that would destroy 2 or more cards on the field, negate the activation, and if you do, banish it. So why did I buy this card? Even though I said it wasn't the best counter to Lightning Storm, I actually did feel like this card was a little bit better than I gave it credit for. While this card is not nearly as good as Stellar Road against Lightning Storm and Twin Twisters, this thing does have one very unique, important interaction, and that's against Spiral Sleeper. So this card is a much better counter to Sleeper than Starlight Road because it banishes a Sleeper. That's really, really good. So I like this card a lot, and I'm not sure if I'm going to play it. There's a couple other cards that I'm considering playing, but of all the cards that I had already, this is the only one that I was missing that counters Lightning Storm, so I wanted to pick it up just in case. I'm not saying this is like the best counter out there, but I do really like the application against Spiral Sleeper, so I picked it up just in case. The next card that I bought is going to be a little bit outdated. This is something that I bought, I think like the first couple days of the balance was legal and I was first starting to test. So this was before the PPG, and that is a playset of Mungus, the Sticky String Kaiju in Super Rare, because I didn't own any Super Rare copies of this card. I already own Gamma Seal and stuff like that, and I guess I own like this card, but not in the Super Rare playset or copies or whatever. So the reason I bought these was because at the time I really thought that both Orcus and Spirals would be about the same popularity, which is turning out to not be the case. And while Sphere Mode is really good against Spirals, that's what most people are playing if they're playing this type of card, against Orcus, Sphere Mode isn't that good, but this card's actually pretty good because you can only really take out, a lot of times they only have like the IP and maybe a Galatea, so they don't have 3 monsters, but you can Kumungus take out the IP, and then against Spirals, a lot of times, I mean, you can tribute the Appaloosa, and then it turns off not only the Appaloosa because it's gone, but also the Trigate, because now it's not triple co-linked, so that's pretty cool, and then you can out the Sleeper, and we've already seen some people, even though like Orcus aren't around that much, we've seen a lot of people already start using some Kaijus. I believe Joe Bogley played it in his Salamangreat list. I believe that the Dinosaur player at the PPG played it in his list because he can search it, Dogoran that being, not Kumungus. So people are playing Kaijus. I don't know if it's going to be as popular as like Sphere Mode. Sphere Mode's really good against Spiral, but I still think this card is just like good to have. Kaijus are really good. Obviously the advantage of this card in the decks that can actually like deal with a Sleeper is that you don't have to take up your normal summon, but in decks like Altergeist and decks that can't really deal with the Sleeper by itself, I think that Sphere Mode might be better, but it's probably just good to have, so that's why I bought those. And then the last card that I bought, and that is an ultra rare copy of Prime Banshee. Now I've been playing 2 of this card for a while. I think I played 3 at one regional, but if you remember that regional deck profile, if you watched it, I didn't have another ultra rare copy of this. I think Prime Banshee is still like super underutilized in the Altergeist community. I see a lot of people playing 1 copy, and I see a lot of people playing sometimes 2 copies, but I don't know, I just feel like there's like a lot of cool combos with this card that people just aren't doing. I'll see people have the setup to go Hextia into Prime Banshee into Hextia, and they'll just make the second Hextia and never make the Prime Banshee. I don't really understand that. So I think this card is undervalued, but I don't know if I'm going to play 3, but I might play 3, so I just want to have the option to, and the way to do that is to get a 3rd ultra rare. Like I said, I bought these cards myself from TCG Player. You know, I actually do use the site, believe it or not. It's pretty crazy. This wasn't sponsored or anything, but if you guys do want to buy your own cards, maybe even some of the ones that I've talked about here, make sure to use my link in the description below to tcgplayer.com. A portion of those sales go right back into the channel. Anyway though, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Goodbye.